However, this week's episode collided with some breaking sports show-related news. Gary Lineker was taken off Match of the Day on Friday following a backlash over his tweets slamming the government's migration policy. Soon after the news was announced, BBC viewers tuned into Question of Sport, and it didn't take long for them to start pleading with the broadcaster not to replace Gary with Paddy McGuinness as well. During a BBC rebranding, Question of Sport's former hosts Sue Barker, Phil Tufnell, and Matt Dawson were replaced on the show after almost 2 decades of working together. Sue presented the sports game show from 1997 until 2021, while Matt began starring as a captain in 2004, with Phil joining in 2008. The former cricket and rugby players respectively had rounded off the Question of Sport cast for 13 years alongside the 66-year-old. The announcement of the star's departure came in September 2020 and saw a huge backlash from fans. Years on, viewers still regularly take to social media to complain about Paddy, Sam Quek and Ugo Monya's presenting of the staple program. On Friday, Paddy welcomed viewers as usual and introduced the guests to those who tuned in. He remarked, "Alongside Sam is an England Rugby Union star and a Commonwealth champion weightlifter, it's Danny Cipriani and Zoe Smith." After a round of applause, he continued, "And joining Ugo is a W Series motor racing champion and an international striker with over 200 league goals, it's Jamie Chadwick and Kevin Phillips." The teams were soon competing against each other with the show's usual games, quizzes and tasks. However, fans remained unimpressed by the program's format and were quick to voice their opinions. This week also saw sports pundit Lineker under fire following his remarks about the Conservative government's plans for migrants. Taking to his Twitter account, he compared a message by Home Secretary Suella Braverman to the language used in 1930s Nazi Germany. "Don't miss" Gary Lineker's insulting Nazi remark ripped apart by Angela Rippon. Latest, EastEnders Zach Hudson heartbroken by Whitney Dean's cruel decision. Spoiler, The Apprentice fans slam woke BBC for all-female final. Reaction, in view of his 8.7 million followers, Lineker had criticised Home Secretary Suella Braverman and, after some backlash, he added, "There is no huge influx. We take far fewer refugees than other major European countries. This is just an immeasurably cruel policy directed at the most vulnerable people in language that is not dissimilar to that used by Germany in the 30s, and I'm out of order?" The BBC confirmed at the end of the week that they had made the decision to remove Gary from his signature show, Match of the Day. While no plans for a replacement have yet been made by the channel, much of the reaction to Question of Sport reflected viewers' anger over McGuinness replacing Barker, and many utilized the breaking news to plead with the BBC not to hire the host as the Match of the Day replacement. Twitter user @DickDick fumed, "Paddy McGuinness, please say no if they offer you the mop. Thanks and respect, from the friends of Gary Lineker." @Rubio00558114 added, "Please don't ruin it, Match of the Day, by putting Paddy McGuinness and any of his teammates on to present #Mott already ruined @BBC_Top Gear and @Question of Sport." Paddy McGuinness is waiting for the phone to ring, @Days__Gone quipped in response to a Match of the Day announcement. @PenfolDuco1 added, "I wonder who they'll have on as a replacement? My bet is on Paddy McGuinness, as he didn't mind stabbing Sue Barker in the back." @EmeraldPosh raged, BBC will have to axe match of the day after Paddy McGuinness, Chris Evans and Joey from Friends can't save the show from getting its lowest viewership ever. At Jim Redknapp penned, at Paddy McGuinness is the unfunniest person on TV #question-off-sport has been ruined. #question of sport. Question of Sport continues on Friday at 7:30 p.m. on BBC One.
Now